Man, about to do a short live real quick, about to run outside, but things been falling into place, you know what I mean? So I wanted to spread the knowledge that opportunity is waiting for real. You just gotta prepare yourself. You know what I mean? Get your ducks in a row, get your house in order, get your steps right, and then the next thing you know, boom. They say opportunity is when success meets what? Oh, success is when opportunity meets something. I don't know. It slips my mind right now. But basically, you just gotta be. Oh, success is when preparation meets opportunity. That's what it is. Basically, you gotta be prepared, and then just keep pushing, keep working, and then when an opportunity appears, because the opportunity will appear, boom, just like that, success. But it seems like it takes forever because we count it day by day by day. But as long as we keep putting that work in, man, it's gonna happen for sure, for sure. Just keep grinding, keep putting that work in, stay solid. You know what I mean? Like they say, you gotta trust the process. If you don't trust the process, then you're gonna be looking at every bump in the road as a failure. When it's like that's just getting you closer. You gotta stumble sometimes to get closer to your destination. It ain't gonna be a smooth road, it ain't gonna be a smooth route, but it's like if you ever been on a plane or a boat, you know, sometimes you don't even see the land, you just be out there. But you got faith that it's going to all come together in the end. And if you listen to this, that means it all came together. Maybe you didn't get to your destination, but you survived, you feel me? But keep putting in the work and keep moving forward and just have faith and trust. What's been working for me is I've been writing stuff down, writing down my goals, writing down the dates, writing down things that I need to get accomplished so that I don't forget them. And then also I bring it into like reality. You know what I'm saying? Say you got to write it down to make it real. Because if not, it's just still in your brain. But we got to bring it out of our heads and put it in reality. But the opportunity is definitely out there. Don't get discouraged. Don't feel like because it hasn't presented itself yet that it won't happen. Man, it's like if you definitely know that you got a purpose and you definitely know that you got something on your mind and every day you wake up and you can't get it off, keep taking steps towards it. Little by little, little by little. What up? What's up? It's like baby steps, you know what I'm saying? I think in society everything comes to us so fast now because we got the internet, we got microwave, we got Uber Eats and DoorDash and stuff like that we don't even know how to focus. We don't need, myself included. Like I watch so many shorts throughout the day that if they don't get right to like I don't know, it's hard to explain. It's not even a point. It's just like my mind just be like, I want new information now. I be watching movies and like 3, 4, 5 minutes in, I'm ready to turn that joint off and find something else. I just can't sit and absorb information like I used to. And it kind of makes me feel like, dang, what's wrong with my attention span? Like, this isn't normal. I need to sit down and focus. So I started reading again and started just taking courses and taking classes to get myself prepared for when the opportunity meets me. Because, sometimes it's like I look at things so short sighted and I realize that, it takes like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years to really understand a topic in depth so that you can have a skill. And until you have a skill, it's hard to really thrive. You know what I mean? Anybody can find a position, but we want to find a position that we're skilled at and that we enjoy. So it's like I just keep sharpening my tools and keep learning and keep knowing that, as long as I become better and better and better at this, what up, what up, what up? How you feeling? We try and keep getting better, keep sharpening our skills because, dog, like 6 months ago, I was working at this job and it was pretty good money, but it was messing up my sinuses and messing up my nose and all that other stuff. because it was dirty. It was like a lot of dust and debris. I worked there for a while. It was outside. It was cold. Sometimes it was hot. Sometimes it was raining. But you know what I mean? I kept moving. What's good with you? What's good with you? But then like one day I woke up and was like, man, it's time for a new opportunity. It's time to put yourself out there, find something different. I called my supervisor, was like, man, this ain't working for me. I don't know why. It's like it's irritating my asthma. And he's like, man, I wish you best of luck. Find something that's good for you. And it was like 2 months. I ain't had nothing, dog. You know, I was doing Uber Eats, but sitting in that car like that, it wasn't really working for me. I like to be active, running around, like lifting stuff, being outside. It seemed like it was cool because I was out ripping the running, but it was also like I was in the car, so my body wasn't as active as I wanted to be. I want to be lifting. I want to be lifting. So I just kept putting out resumes. I swear on everything. In 2 weeks, I went to 20 interviews. 20 interviews. You know, I was having 2 interviews a day, 3 interviews a day, driving. Do you like GS? What's that? Girlfriends? And wow, is the cat good? Yeah, for sure. But I knew that something was gonna have to shake. So probably like the 15th interview, I get to a gym because you know I do personal training as well. I get to a gym that I used to work at, and I had left that gym because I didn't get along with the manager, but the manager was gone this time, right? So I had a pretty good interview and had to tell him like, look, I'm new at personal training, but I'm working hard. I'm trying to really get all this stuff situated, and you know I do boxing, so I was like, I know boxing, and they was like, yo, that's beautiful because we're looking for somebody to teach boxing. And I was just so ecstatic because I've been looking far and wide for somebody to take me in as a personal trainer and show me their system. But a lot of the gyms I went to, they were looking for personal trainers that were already established, already knew the ropes, and they didn't want to educate. But this particular gym that I'm at now is called Crunch, and it's like a franchise, right? So when you go into a franchise gym, they have a onboarding and they teach you everything and how you're gonna do it. So I'm like, it's perfect for me. And I had a second interview, so I showed them how I move, how I box, how I do my assessments on my clients, and how it is that I learned the art of boxing. Yeah, for sure, I could tell you more about the story of my life. And they was like, yeah, we want somebody niche like you. We want somebody niche that can work boxing, and we want to hire you. And I was just, man, I was so happy because I didn't know where I was going to be at. And like a part of my life story is I used to do things the wrong way. I used to go out and try to find shortcuts. So during this time where I wasn't working, I was like, man, I don't want to do nothing illegal. I don't want to get back in trouble. I don't want to live that old lifestyle again. But I knew that one of those 20 interviews, somebody was going to have to hire me. And I knew the opportunity was out there. Even though sometimes I was like, dang, I shouldn't have quit that job so fast. I should have, wore a mask and wore goggles or something. But, I just knew that, there was more for me out there, and I'm good with my money. I saved up. Like I said, I used to run the streets, so I had some money tucked away. But some of the money that I had, I used to go back to school to become a personal trainer. I used to buy equipment and learn how to box. So I went and reinvested in boxing just because I like to box, and I always thought that I could make some money with it if I learned. So I learned to box, and now I got a job teaching people as a boxing trainer. And it was a long time coming. I've been boxing for like 5 or 6 years. I went to work with some professionals, sparring with them. They would put me under their wing, show me the ropes, help me find that dog. A lot of that stuff when you come to martial arts it's a heart. You know what I mean? You gotta have a heart of a champion. What they call it, the eye of the tiger, like in Rocky. You really gotta have that, because it's hard to get in there and get beat up, have bloody noses, concussions, bruises, and stuff like that, and then come back and do it again, and do it again, and do it again. knowing that it's not going to be today, it's not going to be tomorrow, but over time you're going to get better and you're going to learn how to defend yourself. And once I learned that I could get better in boxing, I knew that I could get better in pretty much anything. You know what I mean? Because it's very difficult. It's not just physical, it's mentally taxing. You can't stay up late. You can't go out and party. You can't drink. You can't, do I have sisters? Nah, I think I'm an only child. You can't do the things that you want to do. But it's like when you master something, I ain't master boxing. It's like that takes forever. But when you get to the next level in something, you can go and you can teach it because you have a skill. All you got to do is develop skills. And if you're good at it in this period that we live in, this time period, people are making money online just painting pictures. Like going out to the Goodwill, buying dressers and cleaning them up and painting the dressers and reselling it. People are making money by teaching people how to cook, teaching people the languages that they were born with. You know what I mean? Like if you were born in a foreign country, you can teach people a second language. Teaching people like, man, I seen somebody get paid. They say they get paid $10,000 a month walking dogs. I mean, if you live in that kind of neighborhood where everybody needs a dog walker, I know people around here, they definitely walk their dogs a lot. They definitely walk their dogs a lot. Like all day they're walking their dogs. People want to take care of their animals. I know a guy, he said he makes $10,000 a month cutting lawns. You know what I mean? Just him and his brother cutting lawns. So 3 things that I regret doing, man, that's crazy. I regret not focusing when I got out of school, instead of going back to college and continuing my career. I kind of was like out in the world. And when I was out in the world, another thing I regret doing is drinking and drugging, because it's definitely like slowed my life down. And I regret treating some people who I loved like they were just regular and not being able to have conversations with them because of my pride. I definitely regret doing that. So I'm working on, healing those relationships and being a better person. And I'm trying to communicate better. That's why I kind of started this page, because there's a lot of information that you don't know when you're growing up, especially if you don't have those kind of role models and people in your life to give you good advice, like a mentor. Man, we find out the hard way. And that takes that, once you kind of like are viewed as something, it's hard to get people to lose that resentment that they have for you, or to view you in a different light. So I like to tell young people, man, hold your reputation tight. Don't go out here doing things that you wouldn't want somebody to do to your mother or your children, or, you know what I'm saying? Because right now we live in an evil world where they'll take advantage of you, they'll steal from you, they'll rob you, they'll set you up, they'll backdoor you, you know what I mean? The list goes on and on and on, and we hear about it every day. And it's like, if you're going to be out and about, make sure you with some good people. I regret hanging out with people who ain't have nothing going on, and a lot of opportunities slipped away because I was out there with people who ain't had nothing going on, instead of being around people who had substance and I could take some of their characteristics and become a better man. But you know how that is. You live and you learn. But I appreciate y'all stopping by. I gotta go get some fruits and veggies before this grocery store closed. I'm going to the organic junk, so hopefully they ain't getting none of that case of that explosive diarrhea that's going on. Make sure you wash your fruits and veggies and your lettuce and stuff like that.